Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Gamma Cosmic Show. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. We're just going to talk about in length about the Spider-Man movies, man. From Spider-Man Tobey Maguire's to Andrew Garfield's Amazing Spider-Man and even Tom Holland's Spider-Man Homecoming. There's been a lot of bitchiness going on online. People are not happy that Sony's making the Venom movie. They feel like Tom Holland's Spider-Man should be a part of that somehow, that Sony needs to stop it. They're ruining something, that they need to give their properties back to Marvel Studios. Man, y'all need to shut the fuck up. For real, man. For real. Because I do not believe that Marvel Studios is hitting everything out of the ballpark, man. Spider-Man Homecoming is not as great of a movie as we think it is. I mean, the box office numbers are telling us that, man. You guys can arguably say it was a little crowded week with the Spider-Man Homecoming release. War of the Apes, Planet of the Apes was coming around the corner. Even though War of the Planet of the Apes arguably is the best movie of the summer, if Spider-Man Homecoming was that great of a movie, that good of a movie as Rotten Tomatoes says, and all you fucking YouTube reviewers are saying, then it would have held off on the box office, man. You motherfuckers would have been already back in the movie theater, seeing it 2 or 3 times. But you're not. You're not. I haven't heard anybody say they went back to the movie theater to go see that movie again, man. Probably like me, you're going to go see it once, and then you're going to rent it or stream it when it comes back out, probably later this year to hit. It's probably going to be out for Christmas, to be honest with you. They're probably going to capitalize off of, oh, fuck, babe. I was recording. You guys are not going to go see that movie again. Let's just be honest. You're going to get it again, rent it or stream it around Christmas time, man. But motherfuckers are not running back to the movie theater to see Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm sorry, man. The numbers speak for itself. Do once in a while a great movie slips through the crack? There definitely has been some movies like that. But Spider-Man is not one of them. And Spider-Man Homecoming is definitely not one of them. He's too iconic of a character to slip through the cracks, man. Let's just be honest. Michael Keaton was a great, great villain. He was a great villain. But he wasn't a great enough villain to carry the movie. I'm sorry, but Spider-Man's success in the movie theater has always been equated to how good the villain is, man. People go see Spider-Man because they also want to see him go against his villains. So, to me, Vulture being the main villain of Spider-Man Homecoming, to me, was a letdown. Even though Michael Keaton did a spectacular job with it, it just wasn't enough. Vulture is a character that needs either another partner or another villain somewhere floating around in the Spider-Man world. I think this movie right here should have had 2 main villains in it. Vulture and the Shocker should have been a little more fleshed out. I think this movie would have done a lot better, man. It would have been a lot more action-packed, man. But the complaints that I'm getting and hearing about Sony doing their own thing and not including Black Cat and Venom inside the Marvel Studios universe, and people are bitching and whining about it and asking for us to boycott the Venom movie if it doesn't come back to Marvel Studios? Fuck out of here, man. Come on, man. Are you serious? Monopolies are not good. I don't care that Marvel owns the comic rights or the TV rights of these characters, man. I don't believe that Marvel Studios and Disney needs to own all of their properties back, man. I'm sorry. So they can be the only ones to make money off it? So they can dictate how much they're going to charge, dictate when they're going to dictate to what kind of movies are coming out, dictate to us what villains we're going to see. If it's spread out through different studios, most likely another studio is going to pick a villain or a hero that the other studio is not using. So we get to see some different villains. We're not going to see all of Spider-Man's villains. We're not even going to see his most iconic villains if Marvel Studio owns the properties back again. That's with the Fantastic Four. That's with the X-Men. It's just too crowded, man. It's too crowded in their cinematic universe. They just want their properties back so that they're the only ones making money off it, man. I don't know why you motherfuckers can't get that through your heads. Like, I love comic book Cast too. Like, I love that site, man. I really do, man. I get notifications every time a new video's up, and I tune in, man. I do like a lot of the shit that they talk about. Don't get me wrong, I disagree with some of the shit they talk about, but I enjoy their site. But for them calling out a boycott on the Venom movie if it's not part of the MCU Marvel Studio universe? Come on, man. Come on, man. For real? Why would you guys want that, man, when the Spider-Man Homecoming was not that good, man? $175 million they spent on this movie. which means 75 million out of that budget of 175 million was probably most likely used towards marketing, advertisements, campaigning, the rollout of the movie, man. You know, and it's just, what you call it? They should have spent more money on the actual movie itself, man, and gave us more iconic moments, man. Like, there's no moments in Spider-Man Homecoming that beats this part right here. You can't say that it does because there isn't any moments like that that you can compare to this amazing, amazing Spider-Man moment, man, done by Andrew Garfield, man. This is Spider-Man swinging on the crane, man. If it's been so long since you guys seen this, check this out right now, man. I'm going to wait, man. I'm going to wait right here. I wanted to see you guys nitpick and tell me how Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man scenes are better than that Spider-Man home scene. I mean, better than that fucking amazing Spider-Man scene that I'm about to show you guys, man. Watch it. Oh, you're back. What did you think? What did you think? If you say other than that, if you say it's lackluster and it wasn't that good, you're fucking hating. You're hating, you're hating, you're hating. You're a fucking fanboy, man. You don't make up your own mind. You don't have your own thoughts. You don't have your own opinions, man. You're gonna tell me that Spider-Man Homecoming had a better part than that part right there? Come on, man. Everything that we wanted out of Spider-Man, they showed it right there, man. Him buckling up, man. Yeah, I'm hurt, I'm injured, but I still got lives to save, man. That's what I'm talking about. You hear that music? Do you hear that music playing in the background, man? That music, it's heroic. It's courageous. That's what I want, man. That's what we all want. All of us comic book purists want that, man. And I'm sorry, man, Spider-Man Homecoming did not do it. There was one part that you could argue that matches that tone that I just showed you in that clip, man. And that's the part of Peter Parker getting himself out of the rubble. But there wasn't no epic, majestic music in the background playing. Like, come on, man. The fight scenes are not even that great in Spider-Man Homecoming. The fight scenes ain't better than the Electro and Amazing Spider-Man fight. You don't believe me? Watch it for yourself. You hear that music in the background playing? You see how Spider-Man is moving? That's how he moves in the comic books, man. I'm sorry, man. That's what I want to see all the time. If Spider-Man Homecoming had half of that, we would still be going to go see that movie right now. I'd be probably 3 times in deep watching that movie in the movie theater if they had any iconic moments like that. I have no problem going to a movie theater to sit through a 2-hour movie just to see an epic fucking 3-minute scene. I have no problems doing that. I did it with Batman vs Superman just to watch the Batman warehouse scene and the Doomsday fight, man. I have no problem forking over my cash if you're gonna give me something iconic, man. But you can't skim corners, man. You can't get cheap. You can't leave the fans out of it. You're not trying to service the fans anymore in your movies, man. You're just worrying about your investors and your shareholders and how much profit you're going to make off the movie. How cheap can we make the movie and how much profit we can make off it. I understand business, and I understand that was good business, but it's not showing any loyalty to us comic book fans who've been loyal to you guys forever, man. Because without us, there would be no Marvel Cinematic Universe, man. We're the ones who helped keep fucking Marvel afloat. We kept buying your shitty-ass comic books when you're about to file bankruptcy. We poured in to see Blade. We love Blade, and Blade helped you guys out, man. And you shit on Blade right now, man. Not giving him nothing to work with. Nothing. He has no projects lined up, no TV series, or at least a movie coming out. Come on, man. Because he's not an Avenger. It's like if you're not an Avenger, you can't get a movie in Marvel Studios, man. It's fucking corny, man. Everybody has to be a fucking Avenger to get a solo movie, man, in a Marvel Studios cinematic universe? And you wonder why I don't want Marvel Studios getting their properties back, man. Yo, here's another epic scene in Amazing Spider-Man 2. The movie you guys shit on, talk about it's one of the most horrible Spider-Man movies ever. It had one of the worst scripts. But when it comes to Spider-Man himself and the fights, bar none, there's none like it, man. None like it. Even the Tobey Maguire fights don't equal to this shit right here, man. Go ahead and check it out for yourself, man. I'm just gonna wrap this up, man. You guys seen it. You've seen the proof. Watch this video again, man. Look how good Sony makes Spider-Man look, man. And you're gonna tell me with an honest face, that Marvel Studios, with that $175 million that they used to market and make Spider-Man Homecoming, has parts as good as that? What I just shown you guys? They don't. The proof is in the pudding. I'm showing you guys it, man. Like, Sony does a better job of showing how Spider-Man is supposed to be shown on screen. They have some work with their Peter Parker, and they have some work needs to be done with their script and whoever's writing, you know? But otherwise, when it comes to directing and their visual looks for Spider-Man, it's fucking spectacular, man. No pun intended, man. But come on, man, you guys gotta stop hating, man. Just because you want to see them all interact together in the same universe. We're not gonna see Green Goblin over there in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They want to touch characters that haven't been touched on and are cheaper to make. That's why you're gonna probably see Scorpion in the next Spider-Man Homecoming movie. And after that, you'll probably see Kraven. They're so easy to cast, man. You know, their wardrobe design is not gonna be outrageous. They're not gonna have to remake the character. They can, you know what I mean? That's something that can easily translate on screen. And that's what Marvel Studios is looking at, man. It's like if they feel like it's too expensive to make that character and portray them on screen, they redo their whole appearance, man. And then next you know, the comic books are starting to look like the movies. Like they're already doing already, man. But you guys need to stop fucking hating on Sony, man, and appreciate some of the classic, legendary moments that they have given us with their Spider-Man runs, man. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield deserve to be saluted, man. And those movies, man, are epic masterpieces, especially the Amazing Spider-Man movies, man. Right now, there isn't any Spider-Man moments that I feel are better than the ones I just showed you, man. I mean, some of you can argue that some of the Tobey Maguire moments are better. I will argue with you and counter that I think his Peter Parker moments was a lot better, but his Spider-Man web swinging was not as good as this one here. This was a lot more crisp and Amazing Spider-Man. Homecomings, I thought we were going to see some epicness. I'm like, yes, Marvel got their baby back, man. Yes, we're going to see it. We're going to see a real great Spider-Man movie. I'm going to finally give a comic book movie a perfect 10. How wrong was I, man? How wrong was I, man? 6.5, man. 6.5 they get out of 1 through 10 out of my scale, man. Come on, man. The highest movies to me, man, on my scale that makes it so far, Dark Knight, and I have to put V for Vendetta up there. Those are my 2 highest scoring movies, man. To me, those are both perfect 8s right there. And there's not another movie, comic book movie, man, that beats that yet. For me. It's still out there. I think either DC's gonna make it, or Marvel's gonna make it, or Image Comics are gonna make it, Or maybe Dark Horse or Vertigo are gonna make it, man. I don't know, man. I'm still young. I'm hoping to see 20 more years worth of fucking comic book movies, man. But I'm not so far up Marvel's studio's ass that I can't see beauty anywhere else. That I can't see another studio like, you know what? Their take on that character looks pretty damn good right there. Like, I just want to see a great comic book movie, man. And that's what you guys should be fucking rallying towards, man. Not trying to get fucking people to be fanboys and loyal and blind to these fucking companies who don't give a fuck about us, man. Marvel's always had their own head up their asses, man. They don't give a fuck about us, man. They just care about that money in your pocket and that ATM card, man. That's all they care about, man. They listen to none of our feedback. None of it. Especially us comic book purists and diehards, man. They shut us out, man, because they got that little 5-year-old, they got that little 8-year-old, and they got those parents who are going to take them to the movies and buy those toys for them. And that's all they're marketing towards, man. That's it, man. We're left in the fucking wind, but they hate social media. I know they fucking hate social media, man, because of this shit, man. That's why I'm glad that there's YouTube, there's Twitter, man, so we can get on their asses, man. Like, come on, man. Before, man, if I didn't like a comic book, I had to write a letter, send it in, and hope, and I don't even know if they did, read my letter. Then if I'm lucky, I might see it 3 comic book issues later, they might print it in the back. But they've never printed any of my shit because I've been collecting Marvel Comics. They've never printed any of my emails or letters, man. They want all fucking great praises. And if you do give a little criticism, they want something small like, oh, I wish you brought such and such back. I thought they made such a great couple. That's all they fucking want to hear, man. They don't want to hear that we're not like your stories. These shits fucking suck, man. Oh, man. But Marvel Studios, you're not perfect, man. You're far from it, man. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't want Venom. I don't want Marvel Studios touching Venom, man. I don't, man. I want Sony touching them. You see what Sony can do. I just showed you all Sony clips of their Spider-Man. Just imagine what they're going to do with Venom. Just imagine what they're going to do with Venom, man. Yeah. These same motherfuckers will be shutting their mouths after they see this fucking film. They might still hate, but secretly, they're going to go see that movie twice, and then they're going to get it again on Blu-ray and 4K, man. Mark my motherfucking words, man. This is Gamma Cosmic, man, and I'm out.